Hello, everybody. My name is Critical Wizard, and welcome back to Critical Critique. Today, we're going to be discussing whether or not the film Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is good. Now, there's been a major split in the nerd community over this film. People saying it's terrible. People saying it's brilliant. People saying it's the worst thing DC's done in a long time, but to people saying it's the best thing they've done. I have a friend who says that this movie is great because of what it opens up. He's saying how it opens up the whole DC universe to be brought to the film, and how all the mistakes of the film can kind of be overlooked because it's not about the movie itself, it's about its idea. I hadn't seen the film at that point, and I was like, okay, well, it has to be something. If it's anything like Man of Steel, it has to be something to get this many people talking about it. So I went and saw the film, and in my opinion, it was better than Man of Steel. I can't really say it was better than most other things, because Man of Steel's not exactly high on my list. I really thought that the Batman elements of this movie were fantastic. Ben Affleck did a fantastic job as Batman. The guy they picked to play Alfred also did very well. I really thought all the Batman elements were good. Except for one. The fact that Batman is so ready at the drop of a hat to just go full out war with Superman. And it's kind of like, yeah, you introduced him as a harder Batman, but at the end of the day, is there really no other way you can make those two fight each other? Besides making him like a crazy lunatic that needs to go out and beat up Superman just to prove that he can or whatever. It's like the line my father mentioned was like, if there's a 1% chance I have to take it, he has to be ended. It's just like, that doesn't sound like Batman to me. That sounds like a crazy guy who dresses up like Batman. My main problem with the film would have to be the aspect, well, there's actually two. Superman aspect was pretty dull, and then we'll get into the Doomsday aspect, but that's for later. In terms of Superman, I was so nervous about this film going in, because in Man of Steel, an entire movie devoted to Superman, one of the characters they never bothered to let you know was Superman. And it's like, you had this whole movie, and you never developed Superman's character at all. You just said, this is what you should stand for. You never once said, this is who I am, this is how I feel. It's just, you stand for hope, go be Jesus. And it's like, thanks, Ghost Dads, because he has two now. But that was my problem with that movie. But then going into this movie, I was so nervous because it's like you have an undeveloped Superman and a completely new Batman with no development. It's just going to be two characters that no one cares about smashing into each other. I was so nervous going into this. And the first reviews came out and everyone was like, dude, the Batman element is really good. And I find that hilarious. In a movie that's basically Man of Steel 2 with Batman is more developed in half of a movie than Superman is in a movie and a half. The other problem I had with the film was Doomsday's creation. Because, people can go on and on about, oh, that's not how he looks in the comic. You know what? It's an adaptation. You can make it look however you want. I'm just curious, since Doomsday is this is a spoiler, by the way. Doomsday is created by the mixing of Lex Luthor and Zod's blood in this weird Kryptonian egg thing. I'm curious, what happens if, say, Lois Lane and Clark want to have a child? Is it going to become Doomsday because that's all it takes is half human, half Kryptonian? Boom. Doomsday. I can understand you want Doomsday in your movie because he's the perfect thing to destroy your cities. But at the same time, it needs to make sense. If maybe Lex Luthor was looking at the Kryptonian technology and happened to find, like, a phantom drive that opened up into the Phantom Zone and released Doomsday, that would be good, because then, Lex Luthor's not directly responsible for creating Doomsday, but he is responsible for releasing Doomsday. And it's like, you can have that whole aspect play out. There are very good aspects of this film. And I was not expecting that going in. Like I said, the Batman parts were really good. The shots were all, beautifully composed. There was really good visuals, and really, I was surprised that Batman and Alfred and the other people related to Batman had such strong characters built around them. And then, of course, there's the bad aspects. But, not every film is perfect. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like to let me know. And if not, that's alright. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye!